try it at home. Take a picture and see if you can do it. Liu Jun to start it off. 3 games to play. Good step around here. The final forehand is enough force there to finish the point. Jae-hyun, Kim Na-young watching on. Always in good spirits. A nice parallel backhand, but Liu Jun with the wide stance wingspan. She's taller than average. Had a chance to see her at the airport a bit. Just reminded, she's getting faster and stronger all the time, Liu Jun. But a strong opening from the player who has the undefeated record in their head-to-head. I said they've played twice. Both of those times were in 2023, and Shin Yu-bin won them both. That said, they weren't easy. It was 3-1 and 3-2. A little bit of fortune here. Sometimes faster than meets the eye. Bicep alert. Shin Yu-bin getting fitter and faster all the time as well. Spin on this serve just enough to protect. Placement is important too. It's much tougher to lift the ball when it's out in front of you. Or anything for that matter. The idea was right. Liu Jun looking to go back behind the body's momentum. But Shin Yu-bin covers the forehand well. One reach. Man, how do the hips not dislocate? Shin Yu-bin really had to stretch wide there. The distance between her feet and that cover was crazy. Leveled out now as Shin Yu-bin's back in it after being down 0-2. A nice fast long serve to the backhand. Shin Yu-bin's been getting faster and stronger. I think her recent results have shown that. 2025 has been a spectacular year for Shin Yu-bin. Nice combination from Shin Yu-bin, but not budging, keeping her position. Liu Jun quick to get over to that wide forehand. She stays central. Doesn't lose ground there. Little hop, just right up to the forehead. That quick stroke, barely any time for a backswing. Nice feint. Leans, moves in, and gets the wrist back. Again, that ball would have gone to the forehand corner with most players. Liu Jun recognizing what was expected and giving something different. Push game and a 4-point lead. You don't have to think back far to the first match here. In mixed doubles, yes, Lin Yunru and Jung Yi-jing, Olympic bronze medalists, but that wasn't Paris, that was Tokyo. Some time has passed. Their opponents were incredibly strong yesterday, but a 3-0 start for Team Chinese Taipei. And no matter what happens in this match, if Liu Jun takes game number 1, it is not a bad deal. Perfect placement here as Shin Yu-bin finds a deep corner, takes a bit of risk in the rally. When you are the stronger player, on paper, by their head-to-head, by just about every standard, Shin Yu-bin is, except the current score. Sometimes you still have to play outside of your comfort zone against a player who's bringing a completely different game. 5 game points, Liu Jun.
8, 5, 10.
Now this is where it gets tricky. A lot of players have their toes on the finish line and suddenly change their thoughts. From 0-0, play every point, to just one more. How you talk to yourself is incredibly important to your results in life.
10-7.
I love that stare. It's almost like, you want to call a timeout? I'm chilling. Shin Yubin's poker face is probably one step above Lady Gaga's. 3 game points left. And that is it. Game number 1, Lee Yujin takes it 11-7 over Shin Yubin. For game number 2, Shin Yubin trailing 0-1 in games, has never been beaten by Lee Yujin before. Games, yes. And with shots like this, you can understand why. Right to that corner, leaving the whole table open, but putting enough quality into this shot that she doesn't need to come back. Lightning speed in that transition. Almost 2 in a row on one foot there. The right foot you could feel was giving virtually no weight. Okay, score corrected. First point was Lee Yujin's, second point was Shin Yubin's. Oh, Shin Yubin surviving. Just keeping everything on the table, from punches on the backhand to the turn on the forehand. A little bit longer stroke here. And that facial expression is so charming. She knows right away. It's one of those, nobody saw it. Nope, nope, didn't happen. Ooh, a taste of her own medicine. Shin Yubin in the driver's seat in this point, gets Lee Yujin off balance. Much like the point before, but on reverse. Chasing block him for the second moment in that. It's the forehand that should be the finisher that doesn't finish successfully. Excellent rally here. Both players looked like they were blasted by an air gun. The speed in the rally, short stroke forehand, second time covering the middle there. What are the odds that they would both do that at the same time, one winning and one losing? It's rare to see the same body language on the opposite side of the net in an adversarial sport. So much better start this time around. Shin Yubin, first towel break, leads by 2. Looking to capture this game and the next. I like the idea. Both sides have been incredibly close to making some big shots here. Shin Yubin is so tough to read. It looks like a blank stare, but you know there's a lot going on upstairs. If you were to pick one adjective to describe this match, having watched these two for over a handful of years at the top level, would uncomfortable be one of the adjectives? Right now, that's how it feels to me. Every single point is gritty. It's out of character. It's like Jung Yi-jing was to be so starring and taking home the victory. In the opening match. A little conversation about the score, it sounds like. Getting everything corrected here. It's funny, there's a lot going on here, and from time to time someone does race out to a 4-point lead rather quickly, but it felt much tighter than that, and now it is. It's a 1-point ball game. Lee Yujin looking to do what she's never done before. As Gao Chengwei plays the drums that are his legs. Wonderful deep push here. Shin Yu-bin. I feel like both these players have just been a bag full of surprises. It's not so common to see a long push like that from right off the bounce with barely any force coming in. Meaning she held her hand quite close to still. She didn't speed up the ball so much, yet she still sent it baseline. Good deception. Oh, bottle challenge. A cliffhanger, and it falls off the cliff. No touch on the other side. And now a 4-point lead for Shin Yu-bin. Right out of that second towel break, she's got the serves to come, keeping the hand cool, moving a little bit more central on the table. And it helps, goes pendulum, fast long to the middle. The exact opposite scoreline we saw last game. And an abbreviated stroke on the step round. Liu Jun with a good answer. Yoon-hae saying, calm, you got this. Just amazing how players know so quickly when to save a little time on a stroke. Survival skills coming out. She's played that line multiple times. We've even seen her target it on the serve. Liu Jun's been wonderful changing it up. Every game, catch me if you can. Figure out my patterns in time if you can. Clever idea, but it's 4 game points for Shin Yu-bin, looking to level the playing field here. Fast, long, dead serve. Shin Yu-bin. Liu Jun on the serve, looking for her first ever victory over Shin Yu-bin. Starts this strong with a fast, long serve. Again, pendulum serve. One of the most simple serves in the game. One of the first serves anyone learns when they get a coach, but the greatest of all time, that was his staple. Oh, perfect receive. Reads it like a bedtime story. Shin Yu-bin tucks in and says goodnight to this ball. Sweet dreams, my ball. Nice pressure to the baseline, spin into the middle. Liu Jun looking to go wide. Oh, ripping shot. Perfectly in position. Shin Yu-bin not getting so much surprise as in games 1 nor 2, at least at the early part of this game. Slow spin on the second one, shallow. Shin Yu-bin finds a way to protect herself from being pushed back into that backhand corner to play the middle. Steps around, wide stance. And that last ball really begs Liu Jun to lean in, close the racket. Perfectly placed down the middle. First point since the timeout. Remember, Team Chinese Taipei is leading 4-1. Liu Jun, by getting that first game, you could argue, has already delivered. But a 2-1 victory could be enough to really change the outcome of this team match. It's a miss by much, but it's that wide forehand. Shin Yu-bin's been very keen to recognize the opportunity. They will change ends of the table. The posture of professional players, it's so cool to see the body weight and the lean, how they stay on the balls of the foot, how they keep the knees bent so that they can snap, adjust, move, still deliver power. And a crisp backhand here. Liu Jun gets the serves back. Game number 1, she was incredibly consistent, played some dangerous play. Game number 2 was a lot of experimenting, very high on the danger scale. And this is a recovery. Liu Jun started to set up for a forehand and still backpedals as we get a timeout on the Korean side now. 4 serving 5. And the push game, 3 in a row right out of the timeout. Some positive enforcement here. Reinforcement, just reminders, encouragement that Shin Yu-bin still has what it takes. Oh, danger, caution, net recovery. Liu Jun had a look of guilt on her face for a little bit of fortune, but did everything right. That ball is incredibly spinny, deep, low. 2 in a row. The serve was tough to handle. Shin Yu-bin deep to the backhand, fast shovel. And an outright service point on the pendulum. Again, the classics. No need to go fancy. It's an interesting clap, Jae-hyun. Bumping fists out there. Cracking chestnuts or something. Trying to stay loose, Shin Yu-bin. We've seen her come through some very tight moments. Adriana Diaz and her, second to last time they played. This is not the first time that we've seen Shin Yu-bin off balance, spinning the ball from behind the table. The opponent had better positioning, and yet still Shin Yu-bin managed to win the point. 1 point lead for the Korean star. What a save again, covering the elbow. Shin Yu-bin put in a very hot seat for a moment. The question that was being asked was, how are you going to step around this and make something? Well, the answer was right there in the replay. What on earth? Flick. And it felt like this ball was pulled by the very end of the racket. Shin Yu-bin at full extension is able to send that back to the short side for a 3-point lead. 3 in a row for Shin Yu-bin, 2 points away from taking the match. Unbelievable. This one for me. It was just 1 point, but that finishing shot, it just got better and better. These two have played one of the most spectacular points. Shin Yu-bin perfectly on self-defense. And that finish could not have been more satisfying for one side of the court. 2-point ball game, Liu Jun with the serves. Break off the net, second time in recent history. If there's an IOU in a pocket, it's going to be in the pocket of Shin Yu-bin. Entire team up on their feet to remind Shin Yu-bin she's got this. Big serve to come. Deep push attempting. Tries to go deep and wide to get Shin Yu-bin to step around, which he's done time and time again, at least in recent history. If that ball comes down, it's not going to be a good position for Shin Yu-bin, but it was a risky shot, has to take her chances. I don't think you can regret that. Of course, scoreboard now. 2 game and match points for Shin Yu-bin. Awkward flip from the middle of the table. Sends it medium deep. Watch where the bounce is here. Not right to the baseline, it's right in the middle. Very awkward to time. 1 game / match, point saved. Shin Yu-bin takes it 11-9 in the decider. This is big.